Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team's currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2CD collection. You can find a link in the video description containing the entire directory structure of this archive. Here's what our diggers have for week 135. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply follow the Patreon link in the video description. Now without further ado, let's get started. First up, we have a team dig from CatDog Joe and Lenoir, WINGAMES /comp/gun. I'm gonna guess something to do with guns. It's in the title. And curiously, it's a screensaver? Okay. So what we do with that, we just give that a quick little copy to C:\Windows. And then, if we go into Control Panel and Desktop, we should have it in our list here. Question is, what is it even called? Oh wait, there it is. Media Screen Top Gun. Okay, this is not in English. But apparently it was made in '93 by Magdalena Dobes? Magdalena Dobes? I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced, but I don't know. We have a bar here that does something. Just by nature of those words, I'm going to guess this means short and this means long. That's just a guess, though. There's also a clang. I don't know what that's about. Well, let's just leave it like that and see what it... Okay. So, our screensaver is... The screensaver basically puts bullet holes in the desktop which bleed red pixels. Brilliant. Is that literally all this does? Well, maybe if we adjust some things here. Let's set that to the maximum and see what happens. Oh, I see. That's a delay in terms of how quickly the blood moves, or the red pixels. Because it can't be blood because we're shooting the desktop. We're not shooting like. Yeah. It's kind of a weird screensaver concept. I'm guessing this is sound. So if we turn that off, it's probably going to be silent. And, yep, that was sound. So what does this option do? Oh, that just blanks the screen. It makes it even less impressive, because now we're just bleeding out of a gray background. Doesn't quite make any... It didn't make sense to begin with, now it makes even less sense. Yeah, I got no idea what that's for. So... yeah, that was the Media Screen Top Gun screensaver. All it does is put leaky bullet holes in your desktop. Wonderful. Also, since this was so underwhelming, I think we'll give CatDog Joe and Lenoir some more digs next week. Because, yeah, this is like as basic gets. Next up from Matthew Belshon, we have WinGames /GG/drip. I'm not quite sure what to expect out of this one. I'm going to guess something to do with water? All we got is a text file and an exe. So drip is a program for Windows 3.x which always remains iconic. A tiny faucet drips water onto your desktop. If you have a sound driver installed, dripping sound of water can be heard. Click on the faucet icon to display system menu, select the About menu, speed of dripping, toggle sound on/off. Apparently this was made by Diversified Computer Services. Also probably J. Palmero, I'm guessing. Although that's a little ballsy, saying that you're gonna spend $5 to cover shipping and handling for other programs that are probably equally as useless. Cause I'm gonna guess that this is just gonna be like yep. It is literally an icon on the desktop that drips. At least we can make it drip like super fast. Yeah, this wouldn't get annoying in like 5 seconds. Guess who else is getting another dig next week? Because this is even more basic. So because those are kind of underwhelming, I think we're going to go for an extra dig this week. So our next dig today comes from Robert Mackey, WINGAMES/comp/Joust1. Okay, with a name like Joust, this has got to be something more than just something super simple. Okay, we've got multiple WAV files, got a readme.doc, an image file for some reason. Okay, so I guess we can associate the doc files with Notepad, because probably not going to install anything proper on here for that. Or actually, maybe I should associate it with Write, just in case. Okay, TC Joust 103, Knights mounted on giant birds in a mid-air joust. Okay. I forget if we actually encountered one of these programs yet or not, because we've gone through a lot of Shovelware Diggers weeks. But, so the TC series of programs, these are basically like very small 3D windows, and it's always done with polygonal 3D. They have a tendency to run extraordinarily fast, but thankfully we're in an environment where we can control the speed. So we should be able to actually get this working ideally. Anyways, made by an Anthony Karen. Suggests a donation of $10 if you enjoy it. And yeah, copyright 94.95, so this is actually pretty late to the game. But yeah, even right now you can see it's running way too fast. And then here's the other thing. So you can't actually change the size of the window unless you register. So that's the way he gets you to register, is you have a very small window unless you register, and only when you register can you maximize it to fill the whole screen. The problem with that is that because it's such a tiny screen, it's also going so much faster, right? So let me see if I can adjust the cycles here to get it a decent speed. This will probably work a little better. The speed still seems a bit inconsistent though. So I should probably figure out what the controls are. Place the arrow at the edge of the window on the direction you wish to move the bird towards. Left button rise, right button sink. Approach the opposing knight, but be sure your bird is higher than his. So yeah, it's basically I got like the 3D Joust, kind of. The only problem is just like in real Joust, like the actual arcade version, it seems like the AI knows stay as high as you can. Come on. Also, why do I keep going into the foreground sometimes? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Like going further away from the camera. It's almost like the camera isn't really tracking me that well. Like, I am trying to get this guy, but it's like, it is so hard to control. Because if you try to make any sharp turn, you just sort of stay still and turn to face the direction you want to go, and then you go in that direction. And the fact that the camera keeps moving out like that... Like, I do have a radar. I think he just won. Yep, he just won. Okay, new game. Where's my character? Oh, there we are. Okay, so I actually got him there. Got him again. Okay, they're not doing so badly this time. Got another one. Now it's like I can't lose. Seriously. Although, what's my score? Like, seriously, whenever you're playing a game like this or something, you would expect there to be, like, a score, right? Oh, looks like I died there. Wait, no more lives left. I started with 0 lives? What? And now what's going on? Game? I think I broke it. See, that was TC Joust, one of the many TC games that we're probably going to come across as we go through this Shareware CD. It'd be nice if we could maximize the screen, but again, the game has to be registered to be able to fill the screen. So, also that's very weird. The game slows down to a crawl if the mouse is outside of the window. Huh. Unless it's pausing, but I don't think it's doing that. But yeah, this was not a good one. The controls were tricky. It didn't make a lot of sense what was going on spatially. And then hitting a new game just started me with 0 lives in a weird way. I don't know. In any case, though, it's still interesting. And before we get to our final dig for today, Seth Tierney had a failed dig. WINGAMES /newwin2/TYC2_0, and this one failed for actually a very unusual reason. Okay. That's an interesting conundrum. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix that, because I don't think... Yeah, DOSBox doesn't come with Share. Yeah, and even if I grabbed Share from somewhere, the way Share works, I don't know if that would actually, if DOSBox would actually run it properly. So I'm going to count this as a failed dig for now, but we might be able to come back to this in the future, depending on if there's a workaround to not having Share going. The Seth Tierney successful dig is WINGAMES /MISC /TYH20F. This is in the MISC folder, so my hopes are not high, but let's see what we end up with. We got some write files, VBX, Yahoo. Well, there's a high file, so that's a good sign that there's going to be high scores kept, which means this is probably a game. Triple Yahoo, a game similar to the popular dice game of Triple Yahtzee. Okay, so if we've got a Yahtzee clone, then yeah, we finally have something that's actually, you know, gonna play properly. I swear, this day has been just filled with all kinds of letdown and tiny, simple things, and like, I mean, it's fun that we're finding this stuff. It's just making a full video out of all of it, you know? Anyways, let's just run it. Triple Yahoo 2.0F. Copyright 93 by Dan Pirati? I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name there. Fully functional unregistered version for 30-day evaluation use. Can register for $10 by mail or CompuServe. Okay, so however this plays, the guy wanted $10 for it. Okay. So, first of all, no maximize button for a fixed size window, so they got that part right. Options, got hint mode, sound effects, roll animation. That's the about screen that we already had. So, new game. Player names. Just me. Okay, so guess we're rolling. Okay. So it is kind of interesting that it's showing you the it's showing you where you can put them. It's like we could put it in the 6s, we could put it in the 3s, we could put it in the 1s. And then potluck, I'm guessing, is just whatever. Although we have a potential for a full house, so now the question is, what am I clicking? Am I clicking to hold or am I clicking to roll? I think I'm clicking which ones I want to roll, just from nature of the fact that the buttons grayed out if you don't click anything. And there we go, we got a full house. So I'm guessing... yeah. Now, these go up to 3x. I'm not entirely certain what the difference between regular Yahtzee and triple Yahtzee is, which means I'm probably not too familiar with how it's working here. I'm guessing maybe you actually have to get it like 3 times to get the points for it. Oh, you actually have another shot at it. What do you know? Okay, so we can actually automatically put it into the X3. So it's basically you just have a big board to fill. 2 1s, 3 4 6. It does give us a lot of options. Let's actually try for the 1s. Let's try for one more full house. We actually got it again. What kind of luck is this? It's like 3 full houses in a row. Ooh, we already got 3 of a kind. Let's see if we can do better. I got 4 of a kind. So that's only with 3s though, so I guess I could put that into the X1 there. Yeah, even though that's 4 of a kind, it's a very low value 4 of a kind, so I'm just going to put that into the 1s in the X3. Well, we don't need a full house anymore, but that's what we're gearing to catch there. So, I think we'll go for the 4s. Ooh, good call. Aw, 4 of a kind. We got another full house. Seriously. Well, I guess for this one we'll just go for 4s. I'm gonna put it in the X1 for it. Well, our first junky hand, junky roll. Put that in potluck. See, I guess there's not really much more to say about this. It does have a 2-player mode, but it doesn't look like it actually can show you multiple players' score sheets at the same time. So instead it just shows you the grand total of all players playing. And yeah, it would actually take a while to go through a full game of this. Like, I mean, in a typical Yahtzee game, you only have 1 column for everything. But here we have 3 columns for everything. So it's like you're playing 3 games of Yahtzee all at once. So that would actually take a considerable amount of time to fill out. But, you know, Yahtzee is a fun game. So if you really like Yahtzee, then yeah, this would work out perfectly fine. And $10 is a perfectly acceptable price too. At least for the time, right?